Doći će nam sada prva violina svjetskog džeza izvan i iznad svih muško-ženskih odnosa. Dame i gospodo, pozdravite Regina Carter Quintet.
Violinistica Regina Carter bila je ubjedljivo najveća zvijezda džezarele, odnosno sveženskog džez festivala koji se održao u zagrebačkoj dvorani ZKM. Ono što je posebno dirnulo ovu glazbenicu bio je za nju neočekivano topli prijem publike.
We very much enjoyed the concert. It was good for our souls. I like the fact that the audience is very intimate and all around, and a very giving audience, so it made it easy for us to give and receive and to really connect not only with each other but with the audience as well. So for us it was a wonderful concert, and we felt like the people were very warm and giving, and we hope to come back again.
You start in a female fusion quartet straight ahead, so can you say something about that period?
Yeah, that was in the early 80s, I think, or early 90s. It was a group in Detroit called Mickey Braden is Straight Ahead, actually, and they were looking for a saxophone player, but they couldn't find one. So then they thought, well, let's check out violin and see how it works. And it was a great opportunity for all of us, especially me, because we rehearsed maybe 3-4 times a week, which bands don't usually have the opportunity to rehearse that much. And so it made us strong not only as a unit, but also it helped us with our writing skills, because we could write music and bring it in and help each other with that. And we were close friends as well. So it was just really a successful group that happened to be... and people sometimes later ask me about being an all-female group, and it's not something that I want to do just for the sake of being in a band with all women. For me, the energies have to match, or there has to be a reason why, or the group, I don't like to do things just because it's all women or just because it's that, because then it becomes not about the music but more about marketing, and the music is the most important thing.
You have, you earned the great privilege to play on Paganini's violin. That violin was built in 1743, I think. So, how you look on that experience? I mean, was it easier or harder to play on that violin?
Much more difficult to play on Paganini's violin, for many reasons. One, it's much bigger than my violin, and they didn't give me much time to practice on it, maybe 4 hours for 2 days. And with an instrument that old and an instrument that's not your own, it may take up to a year to really get used to the instrument, and also the instrument has to get used to you, the way you play. So it's definitely a relationship, a bond that has to form. So only having that little bit of time, I had to try and figure out my strengths on that instrument and only use that and not go outside of those barriers. It was because it could be a little bit dangerous, but it was a huge privilege for me to play on this violin.
This album, I'll Be Seeing You, Sentimental Journey, it was a big spiritual meaning of that album, because you recorded after the hardest period of your life. So can you say something about process of making and about the songs you choose to record on that album?
Well, the record is a tribute to my mother, and it was difficult to make this record. Not only because I lost her, but when she was dying, then I had the opportunity to be with her and stay with her. But in order to do that, I had to cancel all the work that I had, and everybody understood except for one presenter. And he sued me for canceling. And it was a huge lawsuit that lasted a year. And so for me, it made me very bitter about playing music. I didn't want to play anymore. And so by making this record, it was my chance to see if I had lost all the love for music. You know, it's just try one more time. So since I wanted it to be a tribute to my mother, I looked at the time period. Well, first I had chosen a tune, Tisket a Tasket, which is one of my favorite tunes and one of her favorite tunes. And someone suggested that I choose maybe material that she enjoyed when she was growing up in Detroit. And I started looking at the music from the 20s through the 40s, and it's so much great music during that period. And I just listened. I spent many days listening. And if something struck me immediately, then I decided to record it. And it's interesting because some of the tunes on there I wasn't sure if she had ever heard them, but I liked them and I thought she would. But and one of those is There's a Small Hotel. And what's funny is after I made this record, a year later, I was cleaning out her house, and I found some old LPs, and one was There's a Small Hotel. So I thought it was a sign from her as well. But it really helped to heal me, not only playing the music, but all the musicians involved in this record brought nothing but love and good energy. And music, people always say music is healing, and you say, yeah. But when when you actually are playing it or you're feeling it, you see how powerful it really is, and it really helped to start my healing process.